I touched base with three such students spread across the world in the UK, Spain, and even South Korea for a description of what it's like to endure a global pandemic while far from home.
It was really scary at first because, like I said, I didn't know much about the virus. I felt very vulnerable because I didn't feel as if I had anyone at home who could relate. But now we know that that's not the case.
So, what are the precautions that they've advised for you guys there? Are you wearing masks, gloves?
Not gloves. Some people do wear gloves. Everyone wears a mask. Uh, Here in Korea, if you're not wearing a mask, people look at you very scornfully. Well, more in a reprimanding way, like, why are you not wearing a mask? You know that you're supposed to be wearing a mask. On the buses, there are bottles of hand sanitizer. So you can clean your hands with hand sanitizer as soon as you get on the bus and as you're getting off the bus.
News really, this was last year. It was still really focused in China. And because I guess of where I am and my program have a lot of international students, it was already a part of the conversation. But
Well, I know that following Italy, Spain has had the highest incidence of cases in Europe.
yeah,
What's the day to day experience like living in Spain at this time?
honestly, everything is on lockdown. There's a lot of authority on the ground, lots of police, lots of military. Everybody seems pretty respectful of that. You can sense some bit of apprehension from just people in general. I mean, we can only go to the store or the pharmacy or to seek help, some sort of healthcare provider for whatever reason. But just walking along the streets, people are wearing masks, they're wearing gloves. If you're on the same side of the street with one person, one of us will cross the street. Yeah, you can only go out as one person, absolutely no gatherings. It's Police will stop you. And I guess if you can't prove a reason to be out, you will be charged. On the medical front, to be quite honest, I haven't really seen that because we stay home. I mean, and I have no intentions of going to the hospital if I don't have to.
As you can see right now, I'm talking to you from the comforts of my room, which is actually accommodation on campus. I have been in quarantine from maybe about March 15th, so it's almost going on for 3 weeks and a half. Um, I think maybe it's kind of like it's a unique um, phase that we're going through here. Like we've never experienced such a thing before in my life. However, the University of East Anglia has been very good in relaying information and making us feel comfortable where we are here at the university. They have actually resorted to transferring all of our courses online, and they were very quick and swift in doing that. So we didn't feel as though we were losing out on anything.
So, now what has been your experience on the streets of Norwich at this time? How does it look there, and what are the regulations?
Well, to be fair, I can't really tell you because we are not allowed to go out on in the streets. We can go out one time for the day, and you can't go far, and it's basically to exercise. But from looking out my window, there is absolutely nobody on the streets in Norwich. Also, I've seen some posts from some of my other Chevening colleagues who live in the city center. They've taken some pictures of the city, and it's also very empty. So people are trying their best to stay at home. In terms of food, we have delivery services, so we just order online and then they bring it to us. So there's no need for us to go to the supermarkets and so forth.
And what are their impressions of what's been going on here at home?
Well, Hubert Pipersberg was a personal friend of mine, so it hit really close to home. He wasn't someone I just happened to know. It's been really tough for me to be consoling my friends from halfway around the world. And now that San Ignacio uh, seems to be on the way to becoming the epicenter of the virus in Belize, it's very hard. Like I haven't been able to concentrate all day.
I can sense that my Belizean people they're very afraid, they're very confused. They're finding somebody to blame, which it's just human instinct. What I would tell them is what made me feel better was that, okay, so what they did for us was they said, okay, here we have the pandemic, but here is a proposed plan just in case somebody catches corona. So for me, I would advise them, like for them to reduce a little bit of the panic and the nervousness and the and anxiety that I can tell that they're having, is to have like a proposed emergency plan for their individual homes, so that can at least reduce it.
I'm really worried. I mean, my family's there. I have a lot of family, and we're all very close. And I speak to them every day and continuously stressing, please stay home, please stay home. Um, Fortunately, my sisters, they are able to work from home, but I have family that lost jobs when the tourism sector lost a lot of employment. I have other family that work other jobs that get paid by the hour who are, struggling now. So things like that makes it a bit more closer to home for me, even though I'm so far away.